Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. You can see I'm outside and it's cold. I think we're sitting at around 15 degrees. So I am in upstate New York. Our temperature is nothing to what the people down south are getting. The people down south, they're not made for this. And I'm making this video because my friend Ariel over at Good Time Holler, she asked me a question about her chickens because they're not used to this cold. So I thought I would do a video about keeping chickens in the winter, and I just want to show you our setup. Right now, we only have one chicken, and I'll show you how she's doing. I will show you our coop, and I'll just give you some tips that you'll need to keep chickens safe and warm during this cold weather. So I'm sure your backyard probably looks a little bit like mine with the snow. It's beautiful. We've got to find the good with the snow and the freezing temperatures. So you'll see behind me, this is the chicken coop. This is the run. We have their run wrapped in house wrap. It just kind of keeps the wind that comes off the river out of there. They still get sunshine, they still get the light, but they're protected from that wind. Let's take a walk over to the coop and I will show you the coop. So you'll see up here, it looks like a little door. Well, that is for ventilation. In the summertime, we open that right up, but in the wintertime, we keep it closed. Let's go inside and you'll see that's our lone chicken. She is perfectly healthy. She isn't even really poofed up right now. You'll see we have a lot of bedding on the bottom of the coop. If you have the time and you're really concerned about your chickens, wrap their coop and their run in house wrap. House wrap is breathable. The air will be able to escape through it, so it is a good option for your coop. Whatever it is that you use in your coop, make an extra thick layer. That will also help hold in some heat in your coop. So of course, while I'm out here, the wind picked up. But make sure your coop is well ventilated. Clean your coop out, put the dry bedding in, make sure it's well ventilated, and the chickens will be good. The food and the water, you've seen mine are inside the coop. When it is really cold like this, we put the food and water right in the coop. We usually hang it out in the run, but it's gonna freeze a lot quicker outside than it is in the coop. There's also options like heated pet bowls. They do make heated chicken waterers, but the heated pet bowls for like your dogs and stuff are gonna be a lot less expensive than the heated chicken waterers. And if you don't have access to those, just make sure you're checking on your chicken's water a couple of times a day because it will freeze. And also make sure they have food and water access all day long. And when it's really cold, give them some special treats. I was telling Ariel that when it's really cold, some mornings I will make my girl some oatmeal or some scrambled eggs, and I'll put some mealworms and some dried cranberries or whatever in the scrambled eggs for her just to give her that warm treat. So for the coop, you want to make sure that you clean it ahead of time. If you use the deep litter method, your chickens will be fine because, as you know, when you turn that litter in there, it's composting down. What does compost do? Generates heat. So if you use the deep litter method, perfect. But if you just have shavings or sand, just add a nice thick layer of bedding and that should do the trick. Keep the chickens nice and toasty. And also another thing I wanted to mention, if you live in a place where you occasionally get snow and get freezing temperatures, do your research on cold hardy chicken breeds. We have, our last girl is a Isa Brown. Let me tell you, she is a champ. Not so much this winter, but a couple winters ago, we got down to negative 25 degrees and our chickens made it through with no issues. So do your research on cold hardy birds and you might find that your chickens will either love snow or hate snow? Clearly we live where there's a lot of snow. My girls have hated snow. They do not like it when their run is covered in snow. And like I said, if it is below 10-15 degrees and it's really windy and super cold, we don't even open the coop door so she has access to the run. We just keep her right in the coop with her food and her water, and you can feel the difference as soon as you go to put that food and water in the coop, how warm that coop actually is compared to outside. Another topic that I want to touch on is heat lamps. I personally do not use heat lamps. They scare me. If you don't use them properly, they can be a fire hazard. Also, I want you to think about this. Say you're getting an ice storm or a foot of snow. You lose power. Okay, the chickens are nice and toasty up to that point, but they're not going to be used to that cold temperature when it gets cold in their coop, and that is going to be more dangerous than not having a heat lamp in their coop. I live where it gets cold. My girls are fine. She's standing right here in front of me watching me make this video. Chickens are also fabulous at generating heat. If you dig your hand in under their feathers, they're going to be so warm. I promise you. Try it. If you've never really dug your hands in a chicken's feathers, do it in the wintertime. You will be surprised at how warm their bodies actually are. They are also fantastic at regulating their body temperature. So you see her in there? She is living her best life. Her comb is nice and healthy. Her feet look good. I don't see any signs of frostbite anywhere on her. She does not care. She is in the run. The sun is shining. She's actually standing in a patch of sun right now. And I'm out here and that sun feels fantastic. So do not freak out that cold temperatures are coming. Get ahead of this cold. Be prepared. That is the biggest thing. Be prepared. Your chickens will be fine. Make sure they have a well-ventilated, draft-free access to food and water. They will be fine. So thanks for checking out this video. I really hope that it helps you better prepare for the weather and your chickens will be fine. Thanks for checking out this video. We will see you on the next one.